My name is Jacqueline Gomez-Neves and I'm a CSL Fellow. I am a political activist, a campaigner, and I will be working with the Deputy Prime Minister from September.
My name is Ellis Hudson. I'm a CSL Fellow and I'm the founder and CEO of Arcadia Lending. Arcadia Lending is a digital platform that allows individuals, businesses and institutions direct access to investments in emerging and developing markets.
My name is Charlie Young and I'm a CSL Fellow. I am also CEO and co-founder of the Girls Network, which is a mentoring charity for 14 to 19-year-old girls from the least advantaged communities around the country.
My name is Solomon Elliott and I'm a CSL Fellow, and I'm also the CEO and founder of the Student View. We're an education and media charity on a mission to create a newsroom in every school.
From the age of 13, I've been involved in local politics, so I was first elected as the Deputy Youth Mayor for my borough. A few years later, I was elected as the first ever female Youth Mayor, as well as the Member of Youth Parliament for my constituency, which was Lambeth. From then, I've worked with several MPs, the Shadow Minister for Business, the Minister for Olympics during the 2012 Olympics. I later took my activism international.
I've raised £50,000 worth of funding. I'm developing my proof of concept, which uses blockchain, and we're currently looking for additional investment so that we can launch our platform in March 2019.
We set up the Girls Network in 2013 and we started with just 30 14-year-old girls from our school, matched with 30 women. Over the last 5 years, we've expanded from London to the South Coast, to Birmingham, Newcastle, Manchester and Liverpool, and we're now working with over 1,000 girls every year, matched with over 1,000 women working one-to-one. And we've seen amazing impact. We've seen girls increasing their confidence, both in themselves, but also in how to get where it is they want to go.
So we started in 2016 as a formal organisation, and since then we set up 50 newsrooms in 35 schools across London and the South Coast. We've got 70 journalists who now volunteer for our charity, coming from a range of organisations including The Guardian, BuzzFeed, the BBC, The Times, you name it.
At the age of 13, I was elected as the Deputy Youth Mayor in my borough to try and change my community. From then, I entered politics and I realised that, politics had its own issues with the lack of diversity and the lack of women in senior positions. This really stemmed something within me to try and change the system, and now my dream and my vision is to create systemic change to add diversity and diversity of policy, background and representation within Parliament.
After my master's degree, I went to China for 2 years, and whilst I was in China, I found myself working in mergers and acquisitions for a multi-billion-dollar conglomerate called H&A, and I was involved heavily in the deal side. I was at the heart of the One Belt, One Road initiative, and I saw how many financially viable projects there were that just weren't receiving funding, and I saw the benefit that could do for the local people and their societies in terms of unleashing growth and creating jobs and creating a better life for those people.
I used to be a secondary school teacher, and when teaching I saw the challenge that the girls in my classroom were facing. I was working in a really disadvantaged area in London and saw both the disadvantage that came for the young people in terms of where they came from and their limited expectations about what they could achieve. For many of them, their parents didn't work, or where they did, they were working to bring in money but not pursuing something they were passionate about. But on top of that, the girls faced an extra layer of disadvantage where, because of their gender, there were certain expectations about who they were, how they should behave, the kinds of things they could aspire to do. And the result of this was these fantastic young women in our classrooms were completely ruling themselves out of amazing futures. And this made me really angry and really frustrated.
I've always been interested in activism, and from my kind of late teenage years, I was involved in local politics, helping out my MP when I was at school in sixth form. Then when I went to university, I started campaigning for cleaners, earning minimum wage, not the London living wage. And I always knew I wanted to do something more for society. Became a teacher after studying history, and was really alarmed at the way our society locally, nationally and globally was moving.
Well, it's really an honour to be part of the first cohort of the CSL Fellows, being part of an organisation that care not only for the individual but about our nation and the values that underpin our systems is really something to be proud of.
I feel like it's acknowledgement for the value of my vision and for the change I want to make. And I think that's really important that people recognise how valuable this change actually is.
For many reasons, in part because of the amazing community of professionals and entrepreneurs that I get to be part of, to learn from and hopefully contribute to too. I also feel like it's a recognition of what we've achieved so far and what we're trying to achieve and the changes we're trying to bring about in society.
Because I have the opportunity to engage and interact with some of the leading leadership thought out there, this cutting edge analysis of what makes a synchronous leader.
I see CSL supporting my goals strategically, giving me the knowledge that I currently don't have and I will learn, and just supporting me as an individual, as a person, and and helping me impact our country in a way that is sustainable.
In terms of Arcadia lending, we've got a balance to strike in terms of the value side and the profit side, and I think CSL is the perfect organisation to ground the organisation and its leadership in terms of sticking to those values and staying true to the core vision and striking the right balance between change and profit.
Being part of CSL is helping me to refine my ideas, to have a sounding board for the ideas I have about how to grow the charity and have the greatest impact. It's also an opportunity to build my confidence around my values and what it is that we're trying to do as a charity. On top of that, being part of a network of fantastic individuals with great experience and expertise, it will allow me to refine those ideas further, but also to amplify the impact of the network and to help have greater impact on the girls we're supporting across the country.
I need CSL because I'm very early on in my journey as a change maker, and the depth and range of organisations that CSL has been working with over the past 8 years or so gives us the opportunity to grow. I see CSL supporting the Student View's future goals in terms of ensuring that our members of staff, in particular me as a leader, is as synchronous as possible. It's essential if you want to change people's lives on a massive scale to be balanced yourself. And that centering is crucial for anybody trying to be a change maker and make a difference in the world.
A family unit, a strategic and value-based.
Inclusive, groundbreaking and stimulating.
Authentic, brave and inspiring.
Rewarding, ennobling and life-changing.
The value that I hope to bring to our fellows falls into 3 domains. The first one is leadership. So we're giving all of them access to our course. We are providing some coaching services for them, and we are guiding them on their leadership journey and their journey of transformation with their teams and their organizations as a whole. The second area is strategy. And given our background in systemic change, we're looking at their strategies, we're helping to refine their strategies, take them to the next level so that they maximize their ripple effects. The third is ecosystem. We have built a tremendous ecosystem of leaders, and by bringing them and exposing them to these leaders, first of all, they're getting a different view of the business world. Second of all, they're people who want to help. They're people who want to help society, people who are in business, who are looking for ways to make a difference. This is the perfect place for them to find people who will really support them, who will stand by them, who they can trust. And also it's perfect for our leaders, because our leaders, are looking for an outlet, for their values, and this provides a version of that. So we're really excited about the match between our fellows and the community that we're building. It makes our community that much stronger, and it does amazing things for them as well. So we're looking to help take them all to the next level.
Again, you've done it. You've done it how you pick people. It's just amazing to get the, you know, one of the things that came across was the energy that all four of them have. I don't think they have realized how powerful this moment is, and I hope they, you know, they do and they grasp. Personally, I'm proud to be part of this. I'm proud to host the first one.
I think it's awe-inspiring. I feel that as your elder, which is what you named me, I feel that you've hit upon something that is so incredibly important, and that is empowering men and women from all backgrounds, everything, from everywhere, to be great leaders and to help them along on that journey. And so this first program that you're doing with 4 young people touches me in a way that just gives me such hope and just makes me know how important what you are doing is. I mean, my gosh. And I wish that there were more programs like this everywhere, and I'm hoping that it will be picked up internationally, because we need to empower. We need to empower the future. I'm not the future. Your people in the program in CSL, these 4 new young people are the future, and they're doing wonderful things. You offer them wisdom. You offer them a chance to be in a safe place. You help them be fearless. I mean, can you imagine in your 20s and in your 30s to stop being afraid? I was afraid forever. It is only recently that I'm not afraid. And that's what you give.